Hi there, it is Ed, wishing you all a very happy Traveler Day. If you're not aware, May 1st, also known as May Day, is an unofficial Traveler role-playing game holiday because on the original 1977 box set it did say May Day several times. So the past few years, the 1st of May, May Day, has become an unofficial Traveler holiday. And this year, it's a really good one because Bundle of Holding has many bundles they have put out. Some they've put out that they've had before, so they're bringing them back, all for the Traveler enthusiast. So let me show you some of these. And I'm really excited about all these, but I really wanted to share these with you. So, first of all, the first thing they have is for this book called Free Trader Beowulf. This is a book which traces the history of the Traveler role-playing game from the very beginning all the way through the GDW years when there wasn't much Traveler being put out. Traveler Hero, I believe, D20 Traveler, all the way up through the Mongoose Traveler, T5, most recent, all of those things. It is I think it says here, 298-page overview of the history of the Traveler RPG. So if you're interested in Traveler, but more from a historical context, from a history context, you want to know where it came from and sort of what's the state of it now, this is a great way to find it out. I'm actually really keen on getting this. I will probably get this one because this is the kind of thing that I enjoy. So this is the kickoff for Traveler Week. Bundle of Holding is having an entire Traveler Week to celebrate Traveler role-playing games. So this is sort of the first thing they put out. We still have 6 days to get this. It is $7.95 for a PDF of this book of Traveler history. So outstanding. Do recommend this. They also have a bundle of the Game Lords Traveler. Game Lords was one of those third-party Traveler producers back in the 1980s. Did some really good stuff. A lot of people speak about the Game Lords stuff with a certain amount of reverence and a certain amount of affection. So definitely something to look into. This is stuff that I've heard of. I don't have any of this. So I may have to rectify that within the next 13 days, as you can see. So we do have quite a few things. And we've got a few of the supplements that they call the lost supplements that seem to be really hard to find. Anyway, we do have the Pilot's Guide to the Drexelthar subsector. So it is basically a sector of space that you can have adventures in, sort of like a setting guide. We have 3 Game Lord planet environments: the desert, the mountain, and undersea environment. So it talks about specialized equipment, specialized rules, way you would survive in these different environments. And it's important to have that because you also have 3 Game Lords planetary adventures: Ascent to Anakthor, Drenslaar Quest, and Dune Raiders. And each one of these adventures will use some of the rules from those the environmental guides that I just showed you. So if you want to make a more involved, more rich, potentially more challenging adventure for any of these, gotta have the environment guides, right? Of course. So you can get all of those. Then you get 3 Game Lord Adventure anthologies. So Lee's Guide to Interstellar Adventure. Little aside, I have never really seen that, but I've heard a lot of people talk about the Lee's Guide with glowing terms. So I feel like that's one of those classic Traveler supplements that's really well regarded, high thought of. So great chance to get that. Startown Liberty, which is I believe a setting like a town, like a city setting that you could put on a planet, and then Wanted Adventurers, which I think is small little, almost like a notice board or job postings where you could have these little snippets, these little adventure seeds that then you could expand on for your traveling adventures. Then we have what they call the Lost Supplements. Now, just looking at these, I have a feeling these were hard to find even back in the 80s. So we have 9 Cargonauts supplements: Arctic Environment, Faldor, Letter of Marque, and more. Let's see a little further. And more. What is that? Let's see. Letter of Marque, Scam, Faldor, Word of Adventure, Starport Planetfall, Reaver's Deep Source Book. All right. Lovely. And let's see. The Volantine Gambit, Star Crystal, an Apple Computer text adventure written for Traveler in the mid-'80s. There you go, kids. Ask your friends about that. Ask your parents. So anyway, this is something that you might want to get a hold of. 8 Maréchal Folios. So Lost Traveler scenarios for the Scotian Huntress and the Stag starships. So again, more hard to find, rare Traveler lore. Right now, if you want to get the base set, $12.95, but $20.57 if you want everything in this bundle with 13 days to go. So you got about 2 weeks to nab that. Some great stuff in that bundle. Then we have FASA Traveler. FASA FASA was at one time a really big, I feel very much one of the preeminent science fiction publishers in the day. Kind of went away, but yeah, back in the 80s, I remember FASA being a lot of stuff. One of the things they did was a lot of third-party Traveler material. Could not think of the word. Anyway, so you can find that here. We have the ISCV King Richard, an action aboard, which is a luxury liner. We have 8 FASA Traveler adventures. Haransa Project, Order by Eshar, Rescuing Galatea, the Stazkal Report, probably not how you pronounce that, and the Ragnan of the Seven Pillars. So there you go. So you have 5 adventures right there from FASA. We have the Starport Hotel Complex, so somewhere for your travelers to stay while they're not traveling. Then we have in the bonus collection the Sky Raiders trilogy. Sky Raiders trilogy is not an adventure series that I ever played, but I hear people give glowing reviews of it. It seems like this is one of those tentpole, very well thought of, very well regarded adventures in Classic Traveler. So if you don't have it, you've never played it, you want to play it, or you want to take people through it, here's your opportunity to get them at a really great price. We have the FCI Consumer Guide, which is equipment accessories for the travelers, 4 FASA Traveler deck modules, which is always handy, have more deck plans for starships and other spaceships, and the FASA Adventure class ships 1 through 4. 3 dozen ships, so you've got plenty of ships there to use. Right now, the base set is only $9.95, which is an absolute bargain. If you want everything, only $20.59. Again, absolutely fantastic price for some amazing Traveler content. Again, 13 days for that. This next one, the Traveler Imperium Tour, I gotta be honest, all of them are great. Not any of them would be a bad choice, but this one right here almost makes me giddy. And I have some of the stuff already, but just the fact that you can get all of this in one bundle, I think is absolutely outstanding. So, as I say, Traveler Imperium Tour. This has, if you're interested in Traveler, you have never played Traveler, and you're really interested in Classic Traveler, this is the bundle for you. You can get an amazing amount of information on Classic Traveler in this one bundle. So, we have things like the Traveler book. That is what I use. If you've seen my Anselm videos, which I'm guessing you probably have, but that is what I use in my Anselm videos. Now, not the same cover. It's a different cover, so I think it's a later printing. But yeah, I have the all black cover. But yes, this is an outstanding resource. Got a couple of wonky things, but overall, absolutely great resource. If you want to dabble, get your feet wet in Classic Traveler, this is a great option. But not only that, you would also get the Traveler Adventure, which is, as they say here, a year-long campaign across a Spinward Marches subsector. So you can have the basic rules, and you can have a year-long campaign right here in this one bundle. You are set for quite a while. But they also have 6 Traveler Starship plans, so from a launch, slow boat, ship's boat, all the way up to a liner, subsidized liner. We have S12 forms and charts, so you have information about your ship. You can map the subsector, or your players can map the subsector. You could have more expanded character folios from this. Next is the Classic Traveler Facsimile Edition. If you're not familiar with this, these are the 1981 rule books that have been scanned, and they've been corrected, and then there's errata. And this is probably the most complete, and I possibly would say most accurate version of Classic Traveler rules compiled into one book. This is an outstanding book. Again, if you are interested in Classic Traveler, this is definitely a book you want to pick up. This is a book that I have in PDF already. I'm probably going to get this in print because I think it would be very handy. And then we have the Classic Traveler Orientation Pack, which gives you information about the system, a little bit about the lore, the Imperium, some basic things to kind of get you familiar with the Traveler setting. Then we have, now this is outstanding. Traveler was so good about really developing their aliens, and they had several major alien races, and you were able to get all 8 of the Traveler alien modules. So, and these are in PDF. So you have Aslan, Kukri, the Vargar, Zodani, Droin, Solomani, Hivers, and Darians. You have every single one of the major alien races in these books, and they are super detailed about their culture and their homeworlds and how they interact with other species when they're out traveling, and how to name them, work, just very comprehensive guides to all these aliens. So highly recommend all of those. We have 5 third Imperium guides. So we have Tarsus, Belt Strike, Spinward Marches campaign, Alien Realms, which I believe Alien Realms are adventures within those different aliens we've just mentioned in their space, in their area of space, and the Atlas of the Imperium, which shows you the entire Imperium. The base set right now, if you just want the base set, which is outstanding, that is $12.95. But if you want everything, and I kind of mean everything, $31.28. Again, this is an outstanding bundle. And again, if you're just getting into Traveler, if you are interested in Classic Traveler, for $12.95, this is an outstanding buy. I highly recommend this one. Then we're going to go to the Pirates of Dren. Now, like I was saying about the Sky Raiders, one of the sort of classic, well-regarded adventures for Classic Traveler. I've heard people, and I've never played this one either, but I've heard people talk about Pirates of Dren with that same kind of glowing admiration that they do the Sky Raiders. And this is a more modern campaign. This is for the Mongoose 2nd Edition version of Traveler. But, again, this is an outstanding collection if you want a massive campaign for your Mongoose Traveler adventures. So, in this bundle, we have the Pirates of Dren, which is the basic campaign. We have 3 more Reach adventures. So we've got even more things where you could expand your adventures. Then you can get the bonus collection, which is the Drenaxian Companion, which adds all kinds of more extra information. We have Shadows of Sindal, which expands, again, even more, a 3-part campaign that expands the Pirates of Dren. And then we have 3 more adventures. What this reminds me of, if you've ever played any of the Elder Scrolls adventures, they just had Oblivion Remastered come out, and of course, I've been playing Skyrim for a decade now, but you have those DLCs like the Shivering Isles, like the Knights of the Nine, like the, trying to think of the ones of Skyrim, the Dawnguard Skyrim. So this one is, you have a perfectly wonderful campaign just using the Pirates of Dren, but then you can bolt all these extra pieces on and just make it a sprawling, massive campaign that could go on for years. Yeah, so this is a great opportunity to get all this at one go if you want to. 18 days to get it. Let's find the price here. It is $12.95, which is outstanding for the base set, but if you want to level up and get everything and literally have years of adventure, $25.17 for that. So again, really good. I'm going to raise that up so you guys actually can see that. There we go. $25.17 for that. And last, and definitely not least, if you want to get more into the more modern version of Traveler, if you've been interested, you've seen my videos, you've seen other people's videos about Traveler, but you want the most up-to-date modern version, this is the bundle for you. This is Mongoose Traveler 2E. We start here with the player collection. We have the Mongoose Traveler 2E starter set, which will tell you the basics of the Traveler system and how to play Traveler using the newest version of the rules. We have the Companion Update 2024, which expands more information, more rules, more options for your Traveler characters and your Traveler adventures. Then we have the Central Supply Catalog, which is, again, more up-to-date and further developed equipment for the Travelers. Then you can go up to the Referee Collection. That's the level-up bonus that they talk about, the High Guard Update. For 2022, you can make more involved and more detailed naval characters and navies. We have the Traveler Vehicle Handbook, variety of vehicles, obviously, 6 Traveler 2E referee briefings. So we have things, let's look at this, things like companies and corporations, so different companies that your characters could work for or against. Anomalies and wonders, amazing places and strange sights across charted space. Going portside, some things you can do while you're at a port. Mercenary forces, incidents and encounters, and garden worlds. Okay, so all kinds of things that you could encounter to add flavor and depth to your campaign. And then we have a referee screen, because those can always be handy as well. 18 days to go. Right now, the basic set is $17.95. If you want everything, it is $28.23 as of this recording, which is on May 1st. All right, so yeah, all of these are fantastic. Bundle of Holding has been putting these out every day for the past 4 days. I think there's one more for tomorrow. This is Thursday, so I think there's another one for tomorrow. I want to go ahead and get this out now because it is May Day. I will try to do a very short video update of the last day. Can't guarantee it. I'll try to get anyway, I'll try. I'll see if I can get it for you. Just let you know. But yeah, It's a great time to be a fan of Traveler. If you have missed out on any older Traveler stuff or you want to get some of the older stuff, a lot of those Game Lord stuff, if you can find them, and that's a big if, they are going to set you back quite a bit of cash. So this is a great way to find the PDF and have it available if you want to expand your Traveler gaming. Quick channel update. I got an email from YouTube just a couple of days ago that my channel had gotten 1,000 subscribers. I know. I am absolutely flabbergasted and grateful and amazed and astounded and all those adjectives. I can't think of enough superlatives. First of all, thank you everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I really sincerely, deeply appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying it. There is another Anselm in the editing bay even as we speak, so there will be another episode coming up very soon. But thanks for hanging with me, even with my erratic posting schedule. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so if you know anybody that's into solo role-playing, Traveler, or the two combined, please feel free to send them this way. Like I say, that video is coming up. I'll try to get another video out about the bundle tomorrow. Otherwise, hope you have a fantastic, happy Traveler day, and I will see you next time.